with friends. Podcast.
Welcome to Crashing with Friends podcast. My name is Kyle Hobbs. I'm your host. This week I'm joined by Connor Hobbs.
Hey.
Jackson Brayman.
What's up?
David Lindsay.
Hello, hello.
And we're also joined by Ryan William Jordan.
William Ryan Jordan, but yes.
Yes.
Jordan William Ryan.
I have 3 first names, you're right.
And we're also joined by Andrew Blanchard.
Hey, guys.
What's up, my friends?
Hey, Andrew.
Hey. What's up, David?
Nothing.
Now that we got that out of the way.
It's good to have you guys here this week. So, how's your guys' week been?
It's been pretty good so far, man. Got
Nice.
nothing to complain about.
Nice. So what all happened?
Oh, what
Did you do anything cool? I mean, anything interesting?
played like a little bit of Back4Blood, which we're going to talk about later. I mean, everything. We're going to be talking about everything that I did this week later on in the podcast.
It was a busy week for all of us.
Nice. Connor, how was your week?
It was good. Played a lot of Metroid Dread, so
Nice.
get ready for that.
Excellent. David, how was your week?
I played a lot of Samus Returns on 3DS.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm playing through Halo 4 again. So I'm trying to get through all of them before Halo Infinite comes out. So I'm like a little over halfway through 4.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes. Good. Ryan, how was your week?
My week has been pretty good. Obviously, you know that. I was quitting the dreadful job we are currently working at, but
Right.
starting a new one. And now I'm just waiting. But my week, other than that, it's been pretty good.
You're going to have to tell me what it's like killing cats, man.
Wait. Hold on. What? You need to
I'm just
open up
messing
on
with
that.
Ryan. He's not taking a job killing cats.
But what would that be like, though, Ryan?
Sounds very lucrative. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cats out there.
You got cats? I'll kill them.
Oh my god.
It's just like a wanted, dead or alive. Just like people just posting these cats around town. It's like, I'll take that bounty, man. I'll hunt that cat down wherever it's at.
This podcast does not endorse the killing of cats.
Not unless they're criminals.
Yes. And Andrew, did you kill any cats this week?
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
My day was super, Kyle.
Yeah.
What about your week, Kyle?
Describe it.
The last couple of days, what have you been up to?
Where are you?
The last 7 days.
I mean, it's not over yet, so.
Where were you this last Sunday at 6 p.m.?
We got one day left.
Where are you headed tonight?
What do you know about Dookie shoes?
What you know about rolling down in the deep?
I don't know about Dookie shoes or rolling down in the deep, but
It was good. It was a good week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mainly just always super hyped to do the podcast.
Yeah.
Always.
I look forward to it hardcore all week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, it kind of makes the week go by a little quicker, too.
It does,
Like
man.
thinking about it.
I always have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
It's like we're stacking all these little bricks on top of each other.
We're not playing Jenga.
And what are these
not
bricks
Lego
made out of?
Masters
Is it
either.
cocaine? Are they brick cocaine?
What? Cocaine
Maybe
bricks?
cocaine bricks.
Yes.
Think about sugar cubes.
That's what
You're
I
making
said.
a little sugar cube castle out of these little episodes. You're going to eat that big old castle one of these days.
Well, let's not get it wrong. Cube sugar.
Cube sugar.
More.
I was on my way to work a few days ago, and I was tired of listening to the same music I've been listening to nonstop. Have you guys been listening to any new bands or anything? You guys have anything you could feed me and our audience that would be new? That's not played on the radio, something that's new that'd be good to listen to.
Well, I can give you a smorgasbord of bands to listen to that's not mainstream. Whether or not you're going to like them, that's a completely different story, man. I've been getting into some weird stuff lately.
Like,
That's the best way I can describe it, man. Like 'cause-
dark?
Like dark, unsettling, disturbing. Like I just look up like top most disturbing albums of all time, top most unsettling albums of all time.
You just watch videos of the cartel killing people? Is that disturbing, or?
is it like background music?
Yeah, I listen to audio videotapes of just killings. No, no, David, this is This is actual music. Even though I have like read on some albums that are like really out there, like we'll save that for a different podcast. I want to talk about bands that I feel like people should check out. One band that I've recently discovered is a band called Swans. And
You say swans?
Swans.
Swans.
Swanson? Swanson?
Yeah.
Swans, Swami, Swanson.
Yeah. They're
Samsonite.
Samsonite.
And like they're within this weird genre of like rock. I don't know like how to explain their music. It's just like so avant-garde, which is a word that I kind of figured out like a couple weeks ago what it means. So,
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. I looked it up. Avant-garde.
Swavant-garde.
But yeah, they're just very experimental. And I listened to this album. The album is called Soundtracks for the Blind. The album is a 2-album like thing, like a double album. It lasts for about 2.5 hours. But
Damn.
it's such a good album, like from what I've listened to. I haven't gone all the way through it because there's so much of the album to listen to. But the first half of that album is like really good. It's one of those albums that I would put on before I go to sleep and just let the sounds take me to wherever I go in my dreams, you know? Like I listened, like the first 20 minutes of that album is just all instruments, you know? There's no vocals or anything like that. And then when the vocals kick in, it's like a surprise. It's like, whoa, there is lyrics to this.
Did it take your ears to Flavortown?
Yeah. I felt like I was in Flavortown.
I found a band a few weeks ago. Have you guys heard of Sleep Token?
No.
Yes. I have heard of them.
So, like, you know Spirit Box, right?
Yes.
They're kind of like Spirit Box. How Spirit Box is like rock, but they have some like polyrhythmic gent stuff here and there, you know, and some like screaming. But they're a lot like slower and more like melodic and rhythmic. You guys remember Simon's Memorial, that song that was played? That was them. But they like a lot of their other stuff. They have like some harder stuff too, but they're super good. You should check them out. They only got 2 albums, but one came out this year. Veil of Maya also just released a new song like a week ago.
Oh yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Here's the thing. The breakdown at the end is savage as hell. But the song is just The Trooper by Iron Maiden. Like, they literally have a guitar riff in there that's like, and you're like, they didn't do it on purpose, but like, it's The Trooper.
As far as Veil of Maya goes, I feel their first 3 albums are amazing. Then they switched singers. The first album that they did with that singer, Matriarch, I would give that probably an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good album. It's got a lot of catchy riffs, a lot of good hooks.
Yeah, I liked it.
And then False Idol, I just didn't care for it near as much. I felt like a lot of the hooks were gone, a lot of the catchiness from the clean vocals in that first album that they did with the singer was gone.
Yeah,
and
lost a lot of his creativity.
Yeah, and now this this new several singles that they've been putting out, they just sound very cookie cutter.
Yeah.
You know? It's
That's
like
what happens, man.
They're dumbing down their music, making it simpler.
Yeah. You know, one of the only bands that doesn't do that shit is Era. Every album they come out with is like just as good as the last one, you know?
Love Era.
Yeah.
Era's so good.
What about you, Ryan?
They're called Mystery Skulls. They're more electronic music, but the first time I ever saw them, like any of their music, was a YouTube video, and it was like a cartoon music video someone made. Like it's really well done, and it's like a Scooby-Doo theme. Like they're going into this house. There's like 4 of them, and not 5, but there's like the dog. There's like a shaggy looking dude. There's the Velma Daphne girl, and then there's like the guy that was Fred, and they're like walking through this building, like a mansion. It's pretty cool. And like every time the music beats, it just bumps up, and like their heads are bopping to it. Like it's really cool. So
Who is this again?
they're called Mystery Skulls.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a 1-man band. I'm not too sure.
Nice.
It's all electronic. It's pretty awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds dope.
Connor, you listen to any new bands?
So this one isn't like new or anything, but like shout out to Freakin' You by Joe Decky. Came out in 1995, but if you've never heard it, play that. It's really good. With a name like Freaking You could probably imagine what it's about. It's pretty good. Another like two that I got like honorable mentions are like kind of like chill music to listen to. Off the Cannon Busters soundtrack, one called Regardless, and another one called Bad Guy. Don't get confused with that
Billie Eilish?
Billie Eilish song.
Bad guy.
This is a different Bad Guy. But they're both kind of like chill songs. So like if you want to just like kind of just do dishes or something and you know whatever. Then last one, but you know definitely really good. It's like a banger. Wind Shear by Pierce Fulton. It's on the Forza Horizon 4 soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
I think it's on Pulse Radio maybe. But
Nice.
just if you want like some really good music, just any of the Forza Horizon soundtracks.
Hell yeah.
They're just so good. Like so many good songs, and like they're all you know a little bit different, a little taste of different bands. So check out for sure 3 and 4. I think Kyle and I think that Horizon 3 is the best soundtrack.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
4 is like right next to it.
Yeah, it's really good. I
So-
cannot wait for the new soundtrack. Hopefully
Yeah.
it bumps, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
We're gonna have some fun with that game.
I'm also gonna throw out if anyone out there likes deathcore. I know you guys aren't like too hard into it, but Brand of Sacrifice. I know I brought up to you guys. They're like they're themed after the Berserk anime and manga, so like all their lyrics are about the lore and everything. And then I just found a band like 2 days ago called Monasteries, and they're not really that big. I think they've got 3 albums maybe. But they're like really polyrhythmic, progressive deathcore, like really interesting, like new, like innovative kind of stuff in the deathcore scene. So
Nice. I'll have to check them out.
yeah,
One band I always recommend if you'd like good rock and that still sounds pretty heavy is check out Night Versus' first 3 albums. That music hits so hard. Those first 3 albums, and it's Night Versus, their second album, Lift Your Existence. I would recommend anybody to listen to that album. Every song on that album is a banger from start to finish. So good.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, that's
You
definitely
said-
what you would call I don't know, a Lonely Island like album or whatever.
Right? Yeah, I
Or
would.
a stranded on an island. Is what I
Right.
meant.
Oh, I was like Lonely Island, so it's like
Not
satire.
No, not Lonely Island. Friggin' joke band or whatever it's
Yeah.
called.
Shirane.
But yeah, Night Versus, and the other band I'd recommend is 100 Suns. They get down so hard. It's the lead singer from Norma Jean made a secondary project, and man, they're so heavy. But they still are soft enough to where it's not like gonna overload you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I also want to shout out Baby Metal.
Oh my god.
Aren't they a power band though?
No.
I thought they were a power band.
Oh, I thought you
Baby
said a
Metal?
cover band.
No, not a cover band. They're a power
Were you,
band.
singing, were you singing the chocolate song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They honestly are super fun to listen to. So
Yeah.
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 Cool. Give them all a listen.
Give them respect, but I don't care if you listen to them.
All right. Well, those are some bands that I think people would like. Some good bands. Some other stuff I think people would like is maybe some funny Halloween stories.
It is that time.
Halloween is here. Do you guys have any funny Halloween stories or any crazy things that happen on Halloween?
I know you guys probably have a plethora with your Halloween parties you have every year.
Our Halloween parties are exactly that. They're a party that's Halloween themed. Everyone's just dressed up and everyone's partying and having a good time. But there's no craziness that really
No.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for that one time an emu got loosed in the living room. We didn't expect an emu to come in. No one does.
No.
How many emos do you guys have at these parties?
We
Emos or emus?
Emu.
emus.
We've got a couple emos walking around at our parties.
Yeah.
A couple goths.
Yeah.
Like the craziest thing that I've really even seen was like some drunk people falling over.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I guess there was some twerking at one point, but I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, we missed out on the twerking.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I didn't do very good.
Halloween stories. Trying to think.
Last year, me and Anakin found this neighborhood a couple blocks away, and Anakin is super afraid of Michael Myers, like super afraid. And I happened to walk out of this house, or he was walking out of this house, and I saw a Michael Myers guy walking down the street, pretty far away. and I'm like, hey, dude, will you please hide behind this bush? And the moment my son starts to walk out, will you please pop up and look at him? And I did. And I've never seen my son so scared his whole life. He was having like a running seizure. He was about to drop all of his candy. He's just like,
Dude.
It's not worth it.
it was so funny, man.
That's pretty crazy. I got hit on at Walmart one time when I used to work there. I worked at the customer service desk, and Eden wanted to dress up like Tinkerbell, so Mandy was like, you have to dress up like Peter Pan. And I was like, I really don't want to. And she's like, you have to. I was like, okay. So I dressed up like Peter Pan, but I had to work that night. So I'm like at customer service, dressed like a Peter Pan, and this like super hot emo chick walked in there with her friend to return something, and she's like, who are you supposed to be? A pirate? And like really sensual. And I'm like, no, I'm Peter Pan. And she like looked me up and down and was like, oh. And I was like, I need an adult.
Oh my gosh.
He was like frantically looking around, please.
Yeah. I'm married. I'm a married spud. Yeah.
She was trying to check out that Peter Pan handle you had there.
Yeah. And then I had a gay friend that worked there with me, and he's like obsessed with God, what is that show? Is it Once Upon a Time, that like live action Disney interlinked world
I think so,
show, whatever?
yeah.
I guess Peter Pan in that canon is Rumpelstiltskin's father, and his favorite character from that show was Rumpelstiltskin. So from that point on, he called me father. Like every time he saw me, he was like, "Hello, father." And I was like,
I would have put a stop to that real quick.
I would have called you daddy.
Hey, he's still a really good friend of mine. He lives in Arkansas now, but like every once in a while he'll message me and be like, "Hello, father, how are you?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, dude, just let it die."
Never let it die, dude.
Anybody else?
A few friends and I have went out and obviously TP'd houses or shot eggs at people's houses. Well, one year we had a freaking massive slingshot. Buddy filled them up with eggs. Went to sling them out. It goes out. No eggs go out. Come back and just splatter all of his brand new shoes. Absolutely, he was he's like, ah! Oh god! Like, we were both like laughing so hard in this person's driveway. They like open up the door and like, what the fuck are you doing? And, like he's just like still worrying about his shoes. It was a good time.
Does anybody else have a funny Halloween story?
When I was a teenager, I did my fair share of egging houses and cars and stuff like that. I don't think I ever toilet papered anything. It was just mainly like, let's go get some eggs. And I think I like maybe threw one egg, and then I was just, for everything else, I was usually along for the ride. But there was this one time that we were driving down the road. There was a car that was coming the opposite direction from us on the other side of the road. And somebody just throws an egg out the passenger side of the car, and it hits this car's windshield dead on. They slam on the brakes. They pull into a driveway, and they're trying to turn around to catch us. And we're like, oh shit, we got to get out of here. Bring it, step on it, step on it. I think it was my friend Tia that was driving at this time. And she pulls into a cul-de-sac neighborhood. So we had nowhere to go. And we're like, man, we got nowhere to go. We pull into some driveway and we kill the lights. Everybody ducks down to this car like we're 5 deep into this small Toyota Corolla. And this car ends up like coming up right behind us. And we're like, they know it was us. They know it was us. And we're like all freaking out. And maybe like 2 minutes goes by. We can still see the headlights like through the back windshield. And all of a sudden they're gone. And we're like, oh no, they're coming up to the car. But they never did come up to the car. Someone poked their head up and we were like, there's nobody out there. And so we're like, okay. We got away with that one. But the entire time I was thinking just how stupid it was to throw the car or throw the egg at the car. And then also pull a right into a street that clearly has a dead end sign in it.
So I know Connor and Kyle are familiar with eggs.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring something up because Jackson was talking about eggs. Do you guys remember when we were driving around? I think Chris Blanchard was with us. I think he might have been driving actually, and we were on Senior Hill, and we were over by the rec center coming down the hill, and it was either Connor or Kyle threw an egg and it like hit this girl's chest and just exploded. And or maybe it was a drink. Was it a drink? I don't know.
I would never throw a drink at somebody.
I don't know this at all.
I would throw an egg at someone, but I would never throw a drink at somebody.
So I guess
That's still too hardcore
this
for me.
egg this egg just hit this girl's chest and exploded. Like we just drove off, right? Well, I'm like telling Mandy this story like a year or two after we met. And she's like, "Oh my God, that was Jasmine, like her best friend from childhood." And I was like, "Dude," she's like, "We were just like walking to the rec center, and all of a sudden, here comes an egg." She's like, Jasmine cried for like an hour. She's like, "Throw an egg at somebody."
Oh my god!
Oh man.
I don't think that was me, man. Like,
Dude,
I was with you guys, man, when it happened. I remember it vividly. I don't know who threw it. But
I was a horrible shot with an egg. Chris Blanchard was always the one that was like dead out.
It might have been Chris.
So
yeah.
how's he
He was
gonna
a
do that?
crack
How's he
shot
gonna
with an
drive
egg.
and do that?
It was crazy.
It might have been someone else driving. I just remember the four of us there, and one of us threw an egg at
Was
her.
it you, David? Did
It wasn't me, dude.
Subconsciously,
I didn't throw an egg. I didn't throw an egg.
I plead
like-
guilty, sir.
I mean, there was that time Chris. I don't know if you guys were with me or not, but Chris threw that egg, and it went through this bus driver's window, and the crack was like less than half an inch big. So it was like a cartoon. Like he got out of the window and was just hanging out. You know, half his body was out of the car. Threw it at this bus, and I think it was a church bus, which is the crazy thing. And the egg shell stayed behind, but the yolk came out. So all that was left was just the yolk, and it was like in slow motion watching this egg hit this bus driver and just explode. It was one of the crazy things I've ever seen.
Very wild.
Just the yolk went in the window and hit him?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it was like maybe an inch big. The crack in the window, it was like enough to where you could get like a breeze through the window.
Wow.
That was enough to get that egg through.
That's crazy.
It was all right, so it was so crazy. Right after Chris threw that egg and got that bus driver, he did the same thing that happened at Jackson. So we're driving up on the square in Neosho. He reaches out the window, hits a car right in the windshield with an egg. We're all like, "Whoa, dude!" And then instantly that car flips a Yui, chases us hardcore. We end up taking her right. It goes one block after us, and it was like a movie. I was in the back seat. I look left, and you could just see house, and the gaps in between houses. And as we're going, you could see a car in between the houses. It was like,
We got you, son of a
car,
bitch.
car house. It was the craziest thing. And I'm looking at everybody. I'm like, they're on the other street. I can see them in between the houses. Oh my gosh. And we did the same thing happened to Jackson. We turned down a cul-de-sac. The guy didn't follow us for some reason. We just pulled into someone's house, turned the lights off, everybody hit down.
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
We hit somebody with a grape on Senior Hill one time, and they followed us for a while. But
With a grape?
yeah, that Dusty guy I used to hang out with, he bought like a whole bag of grapes, and he had a sunroof, so we would just stand up out of the sunroof and like throw grapes at cars when we drove past them.
Wait, that guy I called Texas?
Huh? Yeah.
I don't like
Big
that
boy.
guy.
Yeah, me either. I don't know why I hung out with that guy, dude.
He shot a nail through his hand at Twin Oaks, man.
That doesn't surprise me at all, dude.
That if I could just dish on this guy a little bit harder.
Yeah, dude,
he just
go
happened to
for
be one of the dumbest mother effers I've ever been around. Like dude, did not like this guy.
Yeah. If this is going on the podcast and people think we're being too harsh on this guy, for the record, he joined the military, spent like 4 months at basic training because he kept getting recycled, and then faked an injury so he could get 100% disability. So, yeah, he deserves all the trash talking.
Yeah.
Awesome.
American
Wow.
tax dollars going to that guy.
Exactly. Great man.
But back to the subject of eggs. Do you guys remember coming over to my house whenever I lived across Skateland, and you guys knocked on the door and you're like, "Hey, is Jackson home?" And I was like, I wasn't the one that answered the door, but my stepmom comes walking into my room, and she was like, "Hey, you have friends that are at the front door. One of them's got something weird all over his hands."
What?
I go outside, and one of you, I can't remember which one of you, but one of you had egg yolk all over your hands. I was like, "Hey, what are you guys doing here?" Because I know none of you live close to me. It was just such an odd thing for you to show up at my house. But one of you had egg yolk all over your hands. I was like, why do you guys have egg yolk all over your hands? Or no, I think first I asked, like, what is that? You guys are like, it's egg yolk. We're going to light it on fire.
Oh my God. Who was this?
It was you, David, Kyle, and Connor. I believe this was like maybe... I was maybe in like maybe 6th or 7th grade, something like that.
Do you remember when we lived up the hill from not we, but I lived like right on top of that hill over Skateland, and we spent a whole summer just throwing shit on the roof of Skateland. And by the end of the summer, there was like hundreds of eggs, sticks, rocks, shoes, like.
I remember we would just stand there for so long, just throwing stuff on top of that skate land.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then one night it was like a all night skate. We stayed up till like 3 a.m. just so we could sneak behind the building and cut the master power.
Oh my gosh. I totally forgot about cutting the power to that skate land. Oh my god.
We went along because there was like all these power levers on all the AC units, and so we're like flip all the way down the line, and then we saw a big handle right at the end, and we're like, that's got to be it. Boom. So we hit like all the AC units, and then the master breaker, dude.
Dude, speaking of when you lived over there, do you remember that one night we were sneaking around that little like community that you lived in? And then there was that house that we were like spying on.
I think about that all the time. We crept down that little alleyway that we used to bomb like we were luging on our skateboards, and we just happened to see this trailer with its lights on, and there was just a guy without his shirt on there for a little while, and then we noticed he was having sex with something. And then we watched him do something. He did something crazy, didn't he?
Dude, I don't remember, man. I remember the situation. I don't remember the specifics.
I remember him like going up to the door and just looking out for a long time.
Yeah, like they might have saw us at one
that's
point.
what it was. And
Can you imagine being that couple, seeing like 3 or 4 kids?
bunch of middle school age kids, like,
I can't believe we're seeing this right now. Dude, that was one of the funnest nights.
so Halloween.
All on Halloween.
Oh my god.
There was some other stuff a bunch of friends and I used to do on Halloween was take people's stuff from their yards, like their lights, their stone animals or whatever, and just put them in the other person's yard. And then like if one of us would either A, knock on the door or whatever, and then run, and then we just sit there and watch, and this person walks out and they're like, "Where's all my shit at?" We did that, and then we put it like a big giant blockade. We took like cones, we had like ducks, like a file of ducks, and like a bunch of like a barricade that was just, we put it in the middle of the road, and some guy in a van drives down this road, stops, gets out of his car, looks at all of the stuff, shrugs his shoulders, picks it all up and throws it in his van and drives off. Takes it. And then like, I think it was the same night we did that, we had the cops called on us, and we were just running through these back, me and this buddy were running through the back of these people's yards, just trying to get, I don't like, go hide or go back home or something. And I see these clotheslines, poles, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to the side. He keeps running. He freaking goes. He hits his neck. Like he stops and then he just gets thrown back. And then he's like trying to breathe. And we finally get home, get go to school the next day, and he has this purple line like right across his throat.
Oh my
like
God.
he tried hanging himself or something. So the teacher's like, do we need to get you the school
counselor?
School counselor? He's like, for what? Yeah, but those are some good times. Yeah.
Those are some awesome stories. Really enjoyed all those. It was a good time. Well, I think we should move into a game.
Sweet. All right. Well, I got a game for you, sucker.
Jackson's game.
Yeah, I got a game for you. All right.
Not a hypothetical, but a game.
No, it's not a hypothetical this week. It's a game. Tis game. All right. So, I'm sure we've all seen a ton of movies throughout all the years. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure we've seen every single one of these movies that I'm about to bring up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put out a movie quote. You guys got to tell me what that movie quote is from. All right?
Okay.
It's going to be the same rules like last time. Just say your name. Say your name to buzz yourself in. All right. First movie quote. I'm going to kill you with my teacup.
David,
Yeah.
Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah.
What's up?
Y'all remember that shit? You fucking just
Yeah.
Good
smashes it
pull.
on the rock, corners it, and smashes it into the dude's head.
Good pull.
Yeah.
Good stuff, David. Who's keeping score?
Just
Ryan.
keep score among yourselves.
Ryan's got
Right.
score.
All right.
Ryan, score boy.
How many
Score
how
boy
many
Ryan.
movies? How many movies?
How many movies? Got a total of 20.
Okay.
Cool.
If there's a tie at the end of this, I'll make one up.
Probably need to get
Hey,
at least 5 to win.
What are we playing for?
What are we?
I mean, we can't play a game without having something.
What about an all-inclusive vacation on the Branson Bell?
An all-inclusive vacation on the Branson Bell. I love
All
it, Jackson.
right.
That's what we're playing for.
Second quote. You had kissed a woman. You had kissed her long and good.
Kyle, Sandlot.
Yeah.
Damn. I was gonna say Princess Bride.
He looks like a dead fish.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
God.
He looks pretty crappy.
Oh, man. That quote right there, though, is still probably like my favorite quote. It's like, you had kissed a woman, and you had kissed her long and good.
Yeah, Bertram, he got really into the 70s and nobody heard from him.
He just got really into the 70s, and no one ever heard it from him again. Okay. All right. Number 3. I bet you know what it's like to get all riled up, Johnny Mac.
Kyle.
I
Mr.
think
Deeds.
I think Kyle's first. Yeah,
Yeah, he said it.
Mr. Deeds.
Good job, Kyle.
Yeah,
Keeping score still?
Yeah. What was it? What was
Mr.
it?
Deeds, that was, I've got
Oh.
2 points.
yeah.
Master Deeds is a good movie.
Mr. Deeds is a classic. All right. Number 4. Now, you listen to me, young lady. Even if we're horribly mangled, there will be no sad faces on Christmas.
Andrew, The Grinch?
There you go. Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
Dang, dude.
I love that movie.
The movie's great.
Is it?
The
Grinch. All right. Number 5. What is that odious stench? Smells like
Teenagers.
I don't know. That was close.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie.
I finished the quote though.
Teenager.
You know what? I'm hosting
Ivan
this.
Ooze?
I'm going to give you both
Yep.
a point.
Both the point. Okay.
Connor didn't say his name.
He finished the quote though. He knew.
It's not fair though. I mean, I didn't really score the point. So. In all fairness, you know.
I thought teenagers was his word for saying it. I was like, oh, wait, you got it? You can say whatever you want.
It's teenagers.
All right, you will probably guess number 6. I'm going to try to say it not like in the movie, because if I say it exactly like in the movie, you'll get it immediately. But
Who's you?
everyone,
Oh.
everyone that's heard this line. But in some cultures, they only eat vomit. I never been there, but I read about it in a book.
Read it like they say it in the movie.
Yes, please.
You know, in some cultures, they only eat vomit. I've never been there, but I read about it in a book.
Ryan. Is it Guardians of the Galaxy?
No,
Damn.
Andrew. Beetlejuice?
no.
That was good. That was
Damn, that was gonna be my guess.
Sounds like Drax is what I'm thinking.
kind of sounds like Christian Bale's Batman too. Damn, you thought everyone would get this.
Dude.
I honestly thought everyone would get
All right,
this.
all right, give me another line. Go.
Huh?
Give me another line from
What's the
that.
backup line?
All right, I'll give you a line from the same movie. Woo! Now you're my bitch.
Andrew,
I feel like I
Men in
should-
Black.
Nope.
That was what I was gonna guess.
Dude, I think I should get
it's on the
this.
tip of my tongue.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude.
It's the same character that says it.
Okay, Connor.
Yeah.
Dodgeball.
Yes.
Good stuff.
I'm like, now you're my bitch. It's all in that one.
Was that
All
Patch?
in that one.
Was that Patch Adams?
No, that's
Check out the show. Enjoy the show.
Dodgeball.
No, I'm saying was that Patch Adams from Dodgeball saying that?
No, that is man.
What's his name?
Oh, I'm
White
sorry.
Goodman.
The main dude, the main bad guy.
Oh yeah.
White Goodman.
Yeah.
Yeah, White Goodman. Yeah.
Was Patch Adams in
Ben
that
Stiller.
movie?
Ben
Patch
Stiller's
Adams?
name.
Yeah.
Patches
Patch
O'Houlihan.
Adams
Patches O'Houlihan.
Yeah.
Patch Adams is.
is a Robin Williams movie.
I was about to say Happy Madison too.
I saw you wearing the Average Joe shirt earlier the other day.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good shit, man.
My dad got me that for
Average
Christmas.
Joe's Emporium.
All right, what's the scoring at now?
You got 2 for Kyle, 1 for David, 1 for Connor, and 1 for Andrew.
All right.
All right, number 7. All right, don't you get it? You see the hat. I am Mrs. Nesbitt.
Kyle, Toy Story.
There you go.
Damn, Kyle.
He's on one.
He's on 3.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, number 8. Yes, a tiny net is a death sentence. It's a net and it's tiny.
Ryan.
David.
Ryan. was
I believe that is that.
3, 2,
Fuck.
1.
Gosh.
first. All right, David.
It is Kung Pao.
It is Kung
That's what I was
Pao.
gonna say. I was gonna say Kung Fu Hustle. I was like, no, it's not right.
Betty.
Betty.
All right,
you
you
get
go
the
for
one-
Chucks.
What do you get when you cross an owl with a bungee cord?
My ass.
All right, number 9. Oh yeah. Well, maybe you'd like to define the word weapon for me while this plastic doll smashes
David.
in.
Stealing Harvard.
Yes. The rest of that quote is, well, maybe you'd like to define the word weapon for me while this plastic doll smashes into your temple at 180 miles per hour.
If you've never seen Stealing Harvard, go home and watch Stealing Harvard right now. It is
Stop
so good.
everything and watch that movie.
I was gonna say at least let him finish the quote first and then go.
Even leave
time for
work
that.
if you are at work.
All right, number 10. I've got to get out of here pronto. I got a stage 5 cleaner. Stage 5 virgin cleaner.
Kyle, Wedding Crashers.
Yep, that's right.
Dang, man. We were
All you had to
time.
say was virgin. Was I heard virgin? Yeah. I just watched the movie a couple weeks ago.
All right, number 11. Classic movie here. Never drum on a white lady's boobies at a redneck dance. Got it.
Connor. Wild Wild West?
That's it.
Dang
Oh, I saw it in your
it.
eyes.
Yeah.
I stole it.
Like, oh, okay. I'm picturing the scene right now.
I've never seen
How
that
are
movie.
you? Nice
You've
to
never
meet you.
seen Wild Wild West? Man, that movie is a classic to me. Apparently, not a lot of people like it.
I'm going to watch it.
Even
Apparently, it's got scathing reviews on almost every platform, but
It's
I
good.
Dang.
love that
I
movie.
remember it
I
was like
loved it
a
too.
classic.
It's got a great soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We loved it.
It's got lots of good quotes in it. Nitro. This is not the way you transport nitro! And then it's followed by a whoa! Number 12. I still hate you, but you have a pretty good collection of nudie magazines.
David. Super bad?
Nope.
Kyle,
Damn.
Step Brothers.
Yep, Kyle.
Oh, yeah,
Man,
dude.
Kyle's pulling away here.
I was on the right track.
Yeah.
What's he at? 6?
He's at 5.
5? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay, let's go to the next
Any
one.
other
here.
quote from that movie?
Any other quote from that movie?
I was like, I was like,
I'm not
Nah,
going
like-
to call him Dad. Not even there was a fire.
I smoked pot with Johnny Hopkins. It was Johnny Hopkins and Sloan Kettering. They were blazing that shit every day. Okay, next one. All right, number 13.
I just want to keep quoting that movie, dude.
she goes downstairs. She
Yeah.
goes downstairs and she sees me. And she sees my chest pubes going all the way down to my ball fro. And she grabs me by the dick and she says, "I've had the old bull Now it's time to have the young calf.
It's Catalina wine mixer.
Catalina fucking wine mixer. Quit doing that.
I traveled 500 miles to give you my seed. That's my favorite one. Lumberjack. All right, let's get going.
Is that onions and ketchup?
All right, number 13. Steen is another person who is a hero of mine.
Connor. Zoolander.
Dude.
I didn't even get to finish the rest of this.
Crap, Connor.
Oh, dude.
That was lightning round.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, man, I love that movie.
Finish the quote.
Don't
Finish
even
the
All
quote.
right, the quote is
It's Hansel.
Steen is another person who's a hero of mine. The music he's created over the years, I don't really listen to it, but the fact that he's making it, I respect that.
When you were sandwiched between the midget and the Malaysian guy, or what was the other guy? I can't remember.
Maori tribesman.
Yeah, the Maori tribesman.
You know, I wasn't like every kid
whoa.
out there. I didn't play sports. I always wondered what bark was made out of on a tree.
So good, man.
All right. This one's a super quick line. Super quick line. So, number 14. Electrocito, cuz. Or ejectocito, cuz.
Connor.
Andrew.
Yeah,
Fast and
Connor.
Furious.
Kyle.
Nope.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking.
Hey,
Oh, man.
Andrew did say Andrew before you said
Yeah, he
Kyle,
did.
right? It was Connor Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Shit.
gonna guess the same thing as Connor, so he would
Oh,
have
okay.
Okay, well.
Cha-ching.
I would have just
Dude.
been like Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
You gotta take that point, Andrew. You gotta take that point, man.
Bing, 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 bing. All right. Number 15. Monkeys make up 80% of the world's monkey population.
Connor. Strange Wilderness.
Yeah.
Oh God, I love that movie.
Brown bears.
They get their name from a football team in Chicago.
Oh my gosh. When they see that Bigfoot, he's like, oh?
Bears eat up to 2,000 pounds of fish per day. Attacks of fish on bear, however, way more rare.
Does he say far less common?
Far less common. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that what he says? Oh, God.
That's why I didn't put that one down.
If the fish ate dick and we're eating the fish, does that mean that we're eating dick?
Yeah, that would be so good.
You ever let your dog lick your name?
Okay, all right, here's number 16. It's not the going I'm worried about. It's the coming.
Andrew. Superbad.
There you go.
Oh,
sneaky.
yeah.
I thought Connor was going to get that one.
I wasn't ready for it. I was.
Number 17. Last night, Darth Vader came down from the planet.
Kyle, Back to the Future.
It's like, let me get the quote out, man. It's like,
That's my favorite movie of all time. You
That
don't
is
think I'm going
true.
to get that first try?
Kyle does talk
yeah,
about it
but
a lot.
yeah, full quote from Back to the Future is last night Darth Vader came down from the planet Vulcan and told me that if I don't ask Lorraine out, that he'd melt my brain.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Number 18. Classic.
Connor.
Sleepless in Seattle.
All right, number 18 is a classic. Shitter is full.
That's all the quote is? Shitter's full?
Shitter is full.
David.
Kyle.
I'm going to say David said his name first.
David, yeah.
Bridesmaids.
Nope.
Damn.
Dumb
Kyle?
and Dumber.
Nope.
Andrew. Grind.
Nope.
It's me and Ryan now.
Yep. It's Ryan and Connor.
Shitter's full.
This is a classic movie.
Oh.
They play it every
Okay,
year.
Connor. Dumb and Dumber?
I already said that.
Oh, shit. Okay, then no. I get mine back.
I have.
They
no
play
clue.
this movie once every year, at least once every year.
Is it Jurassic Park?
Think of think of movies that are
Okay.
guaranteed to be played once a year.
Like
Wizard of
quote.
Oz?
Jurassic Park.
I already said
Guys,
No, I will not.
Same movie. Cause Shitter's Full, dude. That's not enough.
that's
Go on.
lot.
dude,
The Predator.
everyone listening to this podcast that has heard Shitter is Full is screaming at all of you guys right now that what this movie is.
Alf.
No.
Shitter's. Could you say it in the voice of the movie, please?
Shitter's Full! That's, I mean, he just sells it. He just
hang on.
screams it.
Aliens.
No. Aliens.
I don't know the quote. As long as just saying names at this point. It sounds like Bill Paxton.
Could you give us another
Shitter's
quote?
full, man.
Give us another quote from that movie that's more than like 2 or 3 words.
Okay.
You couldn't hear a dump truck if it drove into a nitroglycerin plant.
That's me trying to do the impersonation of the guy.
Wow, we're not getting it.
What the hell?
Here,
I'm
dump
lost.
truck if
I'm
it
sorry.
drove into a nitroglycerin plant.
Yeah.
Who even talks like that? Give us another line from that movie then. Because I need the points to stay alive in this. Because this guy's going to win. I need to try to somehow win.
Yeah, there's no way you can win. If there's only 2 left, it's over.
There's 18, 19, 20. Shouldn't I be able to tie him? I've got 4, he's got 7, right?
Yeah, you should be able to time.
Okay, here we go.
Go for it. Come on, bleeding.
Let me
Another
here. Hang on,
quote.
hang on.
I got Shitter's Full and something
Let
about
me-
nitroglycerin.
Are you looking up quotes right now?
I'm pulling up the quote that I have.
I was gonna say you can tell me what it is, and I'll look up quotes, and I won't try to guess. It'll just be between Connor and never mind. It's not a tiebreaker. What the hell am I talking about?
Give me your points, guys.
Give me the movie.
I want this time back.
Give me the name.
Overtime.
Okay. All right. Hey, if any of you are looking for a last-minute gift idea for me, I have one. I'd like Frank Shirley, my boss, right here tonight. I want him brought from his happy holiday slumber over here to Melody Lane with all the other rich people, and I
Andrew.
want him
Kyle,
Home Alone.
vacation.
No.
Christmas vacation.
with a big ribbon on his head. I want him brought right here with a big ribbon on his head. And I want him to look him straight in the eye, and I want to tell him what a cheap, lying, no good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotted-lipped, worm-headed sack of mucky shit he is.
So can I guess again?
No, you're done.
Can I guess again?
If no one else can guess,
Okay.
no one else gonna try to take a guess?
I know what it is now.
I mean, David, family vacation.
God,
No, okay.
Connor, Christmas vacation?
oh, there we go.
Okay.
You said it.
Yeah.
He said family vacation after he said vacation, and so I'm
I
like,
said
maybe that was.
No,
Story
he said vacation. Then he said Christmas vacation.
I
He
thought he
got
said
it right
family
the first,
vacation.
like the second time, but he put out the wrong answer first.
My point.
I've only ever seen that movie one time, so
Really?
Really?
yeah,
Dude, that's a staple in our house for Christmas. We watch it like
Which-
at least 2 to 3 times.
yeah, it probably will be for me. Christmas Story for us.
That's
Is
what I was saying. I think
Yeah.
the story in.
Yeah, I almost put a Christmas Story on here,
National
but I remember
Lampoon.
like I think
National
it was
fucking
Kyle that
Lampoon.
said that like he never like I think you said that you watched it, but it wasn't something that you watched repeatedly growing up.
What?
Christmas Story?
With a BB gun?
Yeah.
We watch that all the time.
We watch it every year.
yeah.
Okay. I
Every
feel
single
stupid.
Christmas morning, that was what we played as our opening presents. Was that movie
God.
every year as a kid?
I had such a good fucking line that I was gonna throw in from that, but I didn't. Damn it.
I love
Okay.
it whenever he's changing the tire with his dad out in the snow.
Oh yeah.
So great, dude.
All right, number 19. Everyone screamed and Tommy jumped in after me, forgetting that he had blueberries in his front pocket.
Connor. Anchorman.
Nope.
Oh my god. Oh, dude.
Kyle, Tommy Boy.
Nope.
Can I go
What?
again? Can I
nope,
go again?
Nope. It's up to these 3 now. All right.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna start it over.
No. Let me go again.
Nope. Everyone screamed, and Tommy jumped in after me, forgetting that he had blueberries in his front pocket. The gorillas just went wild. They jumped all over his body and threw him around like a rag doll. Threw him around like a rag doll to get to those blueberries. One gorilla would throw him to another. Everyone panicked and cried out for somebody to help, but it was too late.
Sounds
The
like
gorilla.
Andrew. Team America?
Yes.
Dude, it's not, I kept thinking Anchorman. Like I was like a zoo.
Hold on. The best part of this quote, the last
The
sentence.
actor and stuff.
The gorillas beat them to death before the zookeepers could gas them all.
I think he's saying "kiss me, kiss me."
So that is the end of our story. Everyone in the world is dead from AIDS. All right, number 20. Last one. This one is kind of one of my favorite comedies. I think all of you have seen this movie. I'm not sure about you three. I know Kyle and Connor have.
Nice.
This is rigged.
So he wants the tie.
But the thing is, I don't know if this is going to be a quote that they'll be able to get because it's not a movie they watched a bunch.
How about
If
we
they have
just
seen it.
do it? Connor versus Kyle, 3 points.
No, we'll see how this ends.
Okay, number 20. I wish I could say I didn't think it would end this way, but I gotta tell you, I always knew it would. Falling to my death dressed as Abe Lincoln, holding a big purple dildo.
This doesn't seem familiar at all to me.
Yeah, I'm
All
lost.
right, here's some more of the quote. Most people, when facing death, go through a list of regrets in their life. I want to go through a list of things that I did right. Number 1, full-length back tattoo of the Hawaiian Punch guy. 10% real fruit juice, motherfuckers.
Kyle, Van Wilder.
No.
Okay.
Dude.
Number 2, getting my wisdom teeth put back into my skull.
Yeah, I'm at a loss.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and tell you. I'm not sure if you guys are going to get it. The movie is The Goods, Live Hard, Sell Hard.
Oh, I wouldn't have got that.
Nope.
Well, Kyle would have won anyway. Congratulations, Kyle.
You get an all expenses paid vacation on the Branson Bell.
I've covered the Branson Bell and mouse mats, though, so we'll see how that's going to go.
I have a game I'd like to play.
A David's Quest.
Wow.
Yeah. So the rules of this game are you can pick whatever superpower that you would like to have. You can define the specifics of the superpower. You can't have multiple superpowers, just one. But I get to create a handicap for the superpower, and you have to accept it.
Okay.
For instance, if you said, I have super strength, I would say, you can have super strength, but only while you're wearing a goofy hat from Disney World. So you're just
Okay.
saving people's lives.
So
looking goofy as
like the
hell.
mouse hat, I'd have to wear the mouse ears.
With the big long ears and the big tall green hat.
Can we maybe...
How many hats does Disney have? I know the Mickey Mouse ears. That's
I think he's talking about
You never seen the goofy hat?
no.
Oh my god.
You haven't?
All right.
Oh, okay. I thought when you said the
I
goofy
think-
hat, I thought you meant like just the adjective goofy. Or
Oh no.
Isn't
no,
the
like,
genie wearing the goofy hat at the very end of Aladdin as he's about to leave for his vacation because he's been unshackled?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So I'm gonna start with one of our guests of honor. Let's do Ryan.
All right. So now you said you can't have multiple powers, but what about one power that copies powers, like Peter Petrelli from Heroes?
Yeah.
What if you're the only one that has the power, though?
That's true. Then I have no power.
And then you don't have a
Yeah.
power to copy.
That's true. But I would assume that if I have a superpower, there's somebody else out there that has a superpower.
oh my god, I want to set the stipulation for yours so bad right now.
With the handicap?
Yeah, I want to set the handicap for him. I got a good handicap.
I didn't brainstorm this one, so
Yeah.
Can I suggest one to you?
yeah. Why don't you suggest one?
You can only copy other people's powers by eating their ass.
Oh my god, dude.
How bad do you want it?
That went hard,
Lucky
man.
for you, I'm good at tossing.
You
salad.
got it. You gotta eat ass in order to copy.
He
their powers.
loves chocolate.
But you can only have their powers
some
for
of that
24
cake.
hours.
Give me some of that cake.
Is it worth it?
I feel like you could just apply that to every superpower. Like, yeah, sure, you can have super speed, but you got to eat my ass first.
You know what else is shoulder pain? You like my butthole?
I'll allow it.
Nah, make up your own
That's good.
thing.
That's good.
Like he says, like copy and powers. I was
gonna
like,
say,
well, you got to suck the powers from the asshole. Man. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking in my head.
Hey, it works, dude.
You can take the power, but for a minute straight, you will be uncontrollably vomiting immediately after copying their power.
Is it like?
And then you can do whatever you want after that.
Both ends, or just?
Nope, just the mouth and the nose.
Is it like Team America vomiting?
Team America vomiting.
Oh my god!
You have to suffer that every time you take some.
Oh man!
Get on the street, you fucking bum!
You gave up on life. That's like one of my favorite quotes from that movie.
You gave up on life, didn't you?
All right, let's hear it, Andrew. What superpower dost thou
I think
desire?
I like to be like Beast Boy, like off of Teen Titans, like being able to shapeshift.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, when you're giving us a stipulation, do we have to accept it or not accept it?
You have to accept it.
Can we say, okay, never mind, I would want to be a superhero then?
No.
Okay.
You are that superhero.
Nice.
So, you're a shapeshifter.
So you're trying to play God, is what you're trying to say, David?
Yeah. I am the Watcher.
Who do you think you
Nice.
are?
I'm the one that says, "What if?"
Okay.
Okay. You can be a shapeshifter, but you can only turn into an animal or insect smaller than a human foot.
Still got a range of creatures.
Yeah. Centipede.
You can be a scorpion,
Does
man.
he keep the strength of those creatures?
Sure.
Okay. Like Ant-Man.
Oh.
Man ant.
Yeah,
Man ant.
I'd be King Ant
King Ant.
or God Ant, if you will.
I had like 6 superpowers that are like, commonly used, already covered. But you guys are picking stuff that I didn't cover. So I'm having to think of these on the fly.
All right, I guess I'll go next then.
Okay.
Mine would be teleportation.
Ooh. I think I wrote that down.
Nice.
Oh yeah, this one's good.
I already know where it's coming.
So every time you teleport, whatever is in your colon is left behind. So if you gotta take a big dump and you're at work and you decide to just teleport home, you just shit all over the floor at work.
That's the greatest thing I've ever heard. Yeah. But here's the fix to that, Kyle. Just always be sitting on the toilet whenever you need to.
Yeah, it's foolproof.
Yeah.
Or just don't give a shit to leave your shit.
He's giving a shit already.
Go to someone's house you don't like. Just boom. Out the door.
All right.
Connor, you're in the hot seat. Jackson, you're in the hot seat.
Hey, real quick, let's get back to Kyle for a second. So I was thinking about like his handicap, and like he could only teleport, but to like unconventional places.
What, like the women's bathroom at Victoria's Secret?
Right.
Okay.
But like you can control it, but you can't control where you go.
I was thinking more like the movie Jumper, where when he does teleport, he has to have seen the place too.
Yeah, or he'll end up inside a wall or something.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good movie.
It was.
It was crazy though. When he jumped, he didn't know like where the other side was gonna be, so he always had to like dodge something.
You always had photos.
Yeah, he had like postcards. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right into the traffic and dodge a car. You can dodge a car.
I can't dodge a car, by the way.
Jackson, what are you picking, man?
Oh, my superpower.
Rewind. Jackson, didn't you get hit by a car? Is that what you're trying to say? You got hit by a car?
Yeah, I got
Oh.
hit by a car in the 7th grade.
When you said I can't. Damn.
Yeah.
Was it bad?
Yeah.
Did you poop?
Yeah. I pooped. Yeah. Yeah.
I almost.
No, I did not poop. No, but yeah, I was just skateboarding in this neighborhood where all the houses were kind of elevated up from the street, so the driveways were both like inclined. I could skate back and forth, and like there was a car that was coming down the road, and I didn't know it because there were so many cars like up the road. I was stupid. I was a kid. I just wasn't like checking left and right, and see this car coming up, and I'm like, oh shit! I try to stop. Took like a couple extra steps more than I needed to stop because I had a lot of speed going down this driveway, and yeah, the car just boom hits me. I like go flying up to the air. It ends up running over my like runs over my foot while I'm getting in
midair.
Yeah.
Did you say I'm just a kid?
Oh, child!
It's me, Jackson. Call my mom.
Nah, but after I got hit, I hobbled over to the side of the road, and I was just like, "Ow, ow, that really hurt." It really was like the Peter Griffin like gif.
You hit Jackson.
That reminds me of what Kyle was talking about. Like, I think it was Connor was driving. He's like, "Oh no!" and he crashed his car.
Oh yeah. Oh god. Oh god.
That's what it reminded me of. Like, I feel you. I feel you.
But,
Why'd you hit Jackson?
yeah, but
Are you okay?
yeah, I'm all right.
That's crazy, man. What superpower would Jackson pick?
Not be hit by cars.
Yeah, I'm trying to like to not be hit by cars.
Or only mopeds.
Nah, my superpower might sound dumb compared to others, but I always wanted to have the power to like be able to play any instrument. I just wanted to be able to, like, if I think of something in my head, my fingers automatically do the movement to play the guitar or piano or whatever instrument that is that I want to play.
Okay.
That's the superpower that I wish I had. Like the ability to translate everything that I'm thinking.
Unfortunately, Jackson, your fingers are where your toes should be, and your toes are where your fingers should be.
Oh shit!
So you can play all these instruments flawlessly, but you got to do it with your feet.
That is 100% fine with me.
But you gotta eat with toe fingers.
Yeah, look at Jackson.
Wait the fucking minute.
Look at Jackson's little nubs.
He only has nubs for hands. And hands for feet.
He can't do shit else but play instruments.
God, he's about worthless.
It looked like Jackson on the top half, but his bottom half looked like a monkey.
For some reason,
Is that Tarzan?
how I had it like figured out in my head was like I just had feet for hands, and then my hands were feet. You know? It's like,
Oh man. I like the whole you're just a total monkey at that point. The hands and then the hands.
watch this, Ryan. I don't take racism on this show very well.
I could just see him like reclined back in a computer chair with his feet up on the desk, playing video games. All right, Connor, do you think of anything?
Yeah, I would do everything that a spider can.
But you can only have one superpower.
That's more than one?
That's like climbing on walls and shooting webs. And
Well, he could turn into a bunch of different stuff.
He's a spider.
That's true. That's
He
true.
has to
fair.
suck some ass.
Technically, it's just
I have some
within.
gas, yeah.
That's fair.
It's just within himself. So this is his own powers.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, not the Tobey Maguire one where he gets the webs. I have to make my own web shooter.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotta dwell on this one.
Something to do with the web shooters, maybe. Like when it shoots out, like only Jello,
Only Jello. Jello
Like-
shooter.
but like sticky,
Jell-O shots,
but
yeah.
like sticky Jello.
Yeah. But he makes his own.
Okay, the web only comes out of his nipples.
You have to like tassels, like booby tassels.
Oh, God.
He gets two webs at that point.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something that tops coming at shooting the web out of nipples.
I feel like you'd be able. You would have made some good ones for this, Jackson, if you were in my pants.
Well, you heard him getting those pants, Jack.
Get over here. I think the nipple ones is fine. I'm gonna go with that one. That totally caught me off guard.
Okay.
So
Cool.
And last but not least, David, let us pick your handicap. Let us pick your handicap.
I like the candy cap.
Yeah. That candy cap.
They're cut off, David.
Yeah, no more candy for you.
I see you over there.
I want to be able to fly. It sounds super basic, but like it'd be
Okay,
so badass.
okay, I got one for you. You can fly, but like really slow.
Oh, that'd
Like
be the
grandma
worst,
speed.
dude.
So like,
Grandma
can you
walker.
walk
That's
faster
pretty
than you
good.
can fly?
What would be the point?
So what?
I can fly. I'm flying. You can never escape the cops because they can just like catch you in an air balloon.
They just jump up and grab your leg as you're flying away. Dude,
that's good
that's
stuff,
like how
Andrew.
you like fly in your sleep though. Does it take the same amount of time to come down to the ground, or can I just like
Yes.
stop
No,
flying
no, no, no.
and
Yes.
fall all the way
No,
down?
yes.
No,
It makes it so much
I
worse. It
think-
makes it shit to have flying abilities at that point. It takes forever to get back down.
You gotta be reasonable though. You know, you don't want him to get hit by a plane.
So I've got feet for hands. Connor's got nipple webs.
I don't even have to use them, dude. I can make my own web shooters, man.
He's like, "Oh, look at these ladies."
Randomly, a web explosion happens inside his shirt.
I haven't pumped today.
Yeah, I sprung a leak.
What else do we have? We're getting pretty late.
Squid Game.
Spreading a leak reminds me of Squid Game, but why? Let's talk about Squid Game.
What is bark made out of on a tree?
Good
So-
segue.
A majority of us have finished Squid Game.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should talk about it a little bit, get into some spoilers on it, finish that out, and then talk about some other stuff.
Yeah, I'd say if you haven't finished it yet, like give it 5 or 10 minutes.
So, what do you guys think about Squid Game?
Squid Game was good. I like Squid Game.
I like Squid Game.
Nah, Squid Game was shit, dude.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
the games a little bit. Just run down those. So we all had, the red light, green light. At first, we kind of talked about that. Did anybody have any thoughts on that one?
I would have survived it. It was definitely like the most hardcore of all the games because that was the one that had the highest death count.
Right.
Yeah, it was the deadliest. I don't think it was the most hardcore, but
Yeah.
it was really cool. Like it was like a really good opening game. I think it was the best way they could have opened
They
it.
made it more interesting than it would have been otherwise, because like they had like the drama in there a little bit, with
Yeah.
people trying to kill each other while trying to get across. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dude, that was crazy.
I thought there was gonna be more robotic stuff going on because that robotic girl thing. I thought there was gonna be like robots like crazy, but there kind of
Dude,
wasn't.
Kyle, you watched the dubbed one, right?
Yeah.
Did she just say red light, green light?
Yeah.
Have you heard the Korean way she says it? She's like, or something. It's like a little jingle, and then she turns back around, and then she turns around and says it, and then turns back around, like, and you can move while she's saying it, and you have to stop when she stops talking, and then you can move while she's saying it. But it's become this like cultural thing. Like people have made like remix music with this phrase, and
That's
like
crazy.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Weird.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, the Korean version is really, really good.
I need to rewatch it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rachel, my wife just finished it, or she's at the very end, and she watched it in English. I might have to rewatch it in Korean.
Yeah. And that crazy lady isn't nearly as annoying.
That's good.
In the Korean version. I didn't even think she was annoying until you guys said something, and then I was like, what? But I guess
She's so annoying
I guess
in
her
the
dub
American
voice
version.
is bad, yeah.
Holy
it's
crap.
terrible. Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah, first game, pretty dope.
Okay, then you have Honeycomb. What do you guys think about that?
I want to eat one of them.
Oh, they look so good, dude. They're licking that thing. I want to lick that thing, dude. Give it to me.
That game, I was like sweating, bro, during that game. Like, I was like, as soon as they found out what it was, I was like, oh my god, he picked the umbrella. And then like everybody that picked an umbrella just, yeah, that one was really like anxiety inducing.
And then you also start to understand that his friend isn't necessarily his friend in this game at that point.
Yeah.
Because he could have easily been like, yo, come over here to this triangle, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
You got any more honeycomb?
I think I would have got eliminated on that honeycomb game.
Yeah.
If I would have picked Umbrella, yeah, I would have. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I probably would have died if I picked the Umbrella, but
Do you know what we're talking about, Ryan?
Yeah,
The game?
I've seen the game.
Okay.
I haven't watched the show, but I've seen
Right.
a lot of the stuff on like some people did it on TikTok, and it's like a little brown
sugar wafer
sugar
thing.
wafer thing. Yeah. Some guy was like they were doing what the game was, and one guy had like this diamond or something, and it was like she's like, I don't know, mine's weird looking, and it's a penis. I was like, oh, that's funny.
Or then you got Tug of War.
That got real anime real fast,
Oh, dude, yeah.
but so good, dude.
That was my favorite episode of the whole thing.
Yeah, me too.
You really feel the tension on that one. It's just like, oh god, they're like struggling, you know?
Yeah, the way the old man like gave him a strategy, like that whole like lean back, pull on the rope all together, just plant your feet and wait it out until they like wear themselves out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that the stutter step thing is classic, man. Let them give it their all, and then give it to them, and they'll all fall down.
Basketball players in the NBA do that. A center will get behind another center, apply a lot of pressure, and they'll be like pushing up against them, trying to get to the basket, and then they'll just step away. And the defender will have, or the offensive player will have so much pressure on them that they have no choice but to fall backwards, you know?
Dang, dude.
Yeah, it works.
That genius. That episode was incredible, man.
First time you see that guillotine come down and all those people fling off, it's like,
When I saw the
oh,
guillotine
God,
come down
dude.
and it kills all those people on the other side, I was like, okay.
yeah. Okay, then you got marbles after that.
no, that was my favorite episode.
Oh my God, that episode fucked me up, dude.
That's why it was my
Yeah.
favorite episode, man. It like hit me the hardest.
What happens to the Indian dude, man? It's just, you feel so bad for him.
Yeah, man. He did him so dirty, bro.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
That Sang-woo guy's a douche.
That dude was like the nice guy of it, and it just shows that like you're
Yeah.
being nice in this world, you get taken advantage of, dude.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what
Dude.
happened to him.
The part that got me the most was the Japanese girl and Song Byuk or whatever her name is, when they were just like,
Just
we
chilling.
don't know what to do, and like you didn't really care about either of those characters. Well, you cared a little bit about Song Byuk, but like the Japanese girl, you didn't really care about. She was just kind of a mouthy teenager.
So
basically.
throwaway character for the most part.
Yeah, and then in like a matter of 30 minutes, you care about this chick so much,
Right.
and then it's just over, and you're like, seriously, man. And of course, the old man happened before you even knew.
Oh man, all that stuff, and then how he's holding him at the end, and they're like just crying and stuff. Like,
When he said, "What about screwing an old man over?" I was like, "Oh God, here we go," because he was like messing with him because he thought he was. I mean, at that point, I would too. If I was like, dude, he's obviously this brain tumor is like fucking him over.
right.
Like he's losing his mind already. Like I'm not gonna sit here and try and lose, But then he like comes back at the end. And you're like, oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
But you could tell he was genuinely friends with that old man, like
Yeah.
helping him out. He gave him his jacket and all that, you know, when he peed himself. So.
Yeah, dude. Il Nam.
I didn't understand why that old man, he was a part of the game. Like, he was like the host, but he wanted to play. I don't understand why he peed himself.
Because he had a brain tumor.
Yeah, I understand that, but half the time he doesn't have symptoms. The other half he does. I know it's fucking with his brain a lot, and his brain goes crazy and stuff like that. But I was like, okay, and he peed himself, and then he gave his own jacket to the main character. I'm like, what? I didn't.
Yeah.
Because he's like, they're only gonna, what was he saying? They're only gonna believe in you if you have a jacket on or something like that. What was the
because
phrase?
it like showed weakness.
But
And-
that
and-
jacket didn't matter at all. It didn't matter at all.
Just a jacket, yeah.
It's just a jacket.
That's true.
I was like, "What? This doesn't make any sense."
Must be like something about being fully dressed or something in their culture or something. I
Yeah,
don't
something
know.
like that. Yeah, something I missed.
If you're naked, you're weak.
Oh yeah, then you have Glass Stepping Stone Bridge.
That was insane.
Yeah.
Did you hear about? Did you read about that one or anything?
No.
So they've got like, I don't know how many steps, like 30 pairs of like glass over like a 50-foot drop or more, and they're like they're basically in like a Jacob's ladder kind of configuration, but you have to like jump across a gap to the next one, and half of them are tempered glass that can hold the weight of at least two people, and the other half are regular glass that will break under the weight of a single person. And you basically just have to jump
going.
across the glass all the way to the end, and hopefully you don't jump on like a regular glass. So,
And there's also a timer,
yeah.
so like you got to go fast enough, and then if you don't decide, people get behind you, start pushing you.
Yeah.
It happens quite a bit.
Yeah, people start pushing people, and then one guy says like, "You get up here and go before me, or I'm just gonna stand here until we all die." Like it's pretty intense, man. Yeah, that episode was crazy, and like that's when you realize, okay, this is either the last game or the second to last game, because like basically a person is gonna die. I mean, at least on average. That one mathematics guy said like the odds of me making it to the end safely are like 1 in 1,500 or 3,200 or something, or 32,000. So like they're just weeding tons of people out in this one.
Yeah, it's pretty much every step along the way, one was breaking almost every
Yeah.
time. You know.
Let's talk about the old man with the tiger face. Just kidding.
So if you were that butler, would you SSD?
Hell no. I'd be like, I'm just gonna go out there and tell him I'm not supposed to be here.
It's one of the most baller moves. Just reach out and
Yeah, dude.
power squeeze this dude's freaking penis and balls off to oblivion.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. Bang! You know?
It's like, if you give me what I want, I might let you live.
All you think of is Sin City or whatever. He's like, I took his weapon, both of them. He shoots him in the balls.
Yeah, I probably would have shot his dick off for sure.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Moving on. And then you got the Squid Game at the end,
Yes, you did.
which you knew Squid Game was coming,
Dude.
You know.
We got to talk about the night before that, though. Well, I guess can we do that now?
Yeah.
The steak
Spoiler.
dinner.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the second to last game, they explode all the glass panels at the end. So, like, if anyone's still standing on them, they'll fall. What they didn't count on is shrapnel. So, like, the girl, there's 3 of them left. The girl gets, like, shanked, basically, by this huge blade of glass, but doesn't tell anyone.
She was like laying on the bed, I think.
Yeah,
I've
she's
seen
just
that
laying
part.
on the bed, and you're just like, dude, like, yeah. So it's supposed to be a game of, what, I guess 3 people. It ends up being, well, maybe not, because they gave them the knives.
You about to start crying?
Hmm?
You about to start crying, dude?
My eyes itching.
Oh,
I got allergies.
Yeah, when you saw that they left them the knives on the table, you're like, okay, it's serious now. Like they want people to die. Like,
Man, that was sad as shit.
So what I didn't understand about that part is like, did they already have a triangle table ready to go?
I don't know, man. That's a good question.
Did they already know there's gonna
Yeah.
be 3 people left?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Pretty elaborate triangle table to have all 3 of them eating at this big table.
Yeah.
I bet they had a triangle, a square, and a circle table.
Oh yeah, I bet you're right.
Oh yeah, because they had all the Xbox symbols tables.
Except for the X.
Not the Xbox. Sorry, PlayStation.
PlayStation. I mean, the circle table could have fit quite a few people.
Yeah.
Right.
Would
That's
they
a
sit
good
on
point.
the inside of the circle table? Oh
No, the outside. Trapped.
Trap like rats.
I thought that
Mistake.
I thought that they were all gonna fight at the end.
Me too. I thought it was just gonna be like a last one standing situation.
Right.
The steak they were eating looked pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Nice and bloody and rare. But still medium rare, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like my steak live. I like to bite that juicy ass.
Yeah. So Squid Game, the final game, was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was wild.
I thought for sure the main character was done for.
Yeah.
Times.
Yeah. And he just showed true to his character the whole time,
Yeah, he did.
which was nice. I didn't want him to show a different color, you know?
Me either. Yeah, and like the girl stopped him. Was like, "That's not you. That's not who you are." In the room, and then in the game, I was like, if he kills this dude, like, I'm gonna be so mad because they just did that part, and then he didn't. I was like, yes. Like, yeah.
But I also love how he throws that dirt in the dude's face.
Yeah, cool. First thing he fucking does is grab a handful of dirt. I was like, yes, dude. Yes.
Pocket sand.
And then if he wasn't so pissed off at him, he could literally have just ran to the squid's head. Like, but he was so mad.
I mean, Squid Game, he could just walked up and cut him in the throat.
Yeah.
I cut your throat, man.
Once you kill the dude, you win. I mean,
Yeah.
anything goes.
Yeah. Well, and plus it's like he knew, I guess he knew, like, if he went straight for the head, then the dude would have got shot, and he didn't want the guy to die. So it's like,
Right.
even at the end, he was like, "Nah, man, I'm not gonna win because I know it's gonna be you dying."
Right. Even though he was a piece of shit, he didn't want to kill him. So, yeah.
Dude, so good, man. The writing in that movie was just insane. Or that show, sorry.
Yeah, and I still thought it was crazy that the cop's brother was the
Front man.
the front man.
Yeah.
And whenever he shot him and fell off that cliff, I'm like, surely he's not dead.
That's what I'm thinking.
They might bring him back. You never know, but
Well, and it's like I think he intentionally shot him in the same place because it wasn't it's like a non-lethal shot.
Right.
I was like, why wouldn't you shot the dude in the head?
Yeah.
Shot him in the shoulder and you had one bullet left.
Right.
true.
Ryan, I still think that even though we're spoiling everything for you, you should watch it.
Yeah, that's fine.
How do you think what did you guys think about how it ended? Like, let's talk about his mom first, because that really like threw me off. I liked it a lot. I mean, I still like it a lot, but as soon as I saw that part, I was like, why?
That his mom was dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That part was just like, I
had
felt like it was unnecessary.
Fast spreading diabetes, I guess.
Oh, her feet were all fucked up, weren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. Because like he wasn't there to take care of her, so the guilt probably... Okay, that makes more sense now.
But it was the whole thing only takes place over a few days, right? I mean, that's what I got from it.
Yeah, it was like a game a day.
Didn't seem like it lasted for that long, so...
Yeah.
Why would she just die from diabetes that fast? I mean...
Well, if her feet were gangrenous...
That's true. I don't know that much about diabetes, actually, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, what about his decision to, like, not get on the plane and go see his daughter?
I was more confused about his hair, but...
I was about to say the same thing. I was like, man. Like, the first thing he does,
red,
like, with
huh?
all that money is like, I'm going to get a haircut. Let me get this haircut. This Korean pop, super pink hair.
Yeah, female K-pop star's haircut. Let me go for that.
It's like, okay, whatever. But, I was telling somebody at work, I got the same feeling, because he's on the phone talking to that guy, and he's like, I'm going to get you guys kind of deal. I had the same feeling at the end of the first Matrix when he's on the phone. He's like, this world is not real. And then he looks up and then flies away or whatever.
Yeah.
I had the same feeling. It's like, I'm going to get you. I'm coming. You know what I'm
I
saying?
thought you were going to say Liam Neeson when he's like, I will find you. I will come for you. And I will kill you.
Skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like how he runs across that same initial guy that got him into the game in the subway.
Right.
Like, I like that whole sequence and how like the dude just gets away on the train or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he just like jacks that card from that dude. He's like, no, dude, this is my card.
Yeah.
now."
Right.
I thought that was pretty cool.
I'm kind of like two-sided on that. Because like on one hand, I'm like, dude, you made it out. Like everyone that died of their own free will. I mean, they were there. They all went back. So like, just I know it's obviously got to be insanely traumatizing, but just move on, dude. You're a billionaire now in South Korea. Like your daughter needs you. Take care of Sang-woo's mom. Take care of Song Byok's younger brother, and go be with your daughter. Like,
Yeah.
just make a life for yourself at this point.
You got to take care of Sang Byok.
But then,
Got to.
but then he's like, nah, man, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna bust the lid off this thing.
Yeah.
Or I was thinking like maybe he just goes back and plays because like they say a lot of soldiers when they have like PTSD, they like the only thing that they really know anymore is the fight. So they just go back to the fight. So I was wondering if it was like maybe a PTSD thing where he's like, I mean, even though it was only over a couple days, like the game is what he knows now. So he wanted to go back, but I don't know.
Seeing
Obviously.
seeing over 400 people die like that,
Yeah, dude, that would
Maybe
fuck
that's
you
why
up.
he got
I
a
don't-
haircut.
Yeah. I'm not that guy anymore.
I'm a new guy.
Yeah, great show though. I think I said it upstairs earlier. I think it like from the first couple episodes, it was like, wow, this is really good. To it being like probably my favorite show of the year.
Really?
Yeah, super good. I mean, I even would go as far as to say it was better than WandaVision and Loki and all that.
Really?
Yeah, maybe not Loki.
Yeah, I was going to say Loki.
Maybe tied with
is
Loki.
So good.
Rotten Tomatoes did give it a really high scoring, and so did Metacritic's. 91 for Rotten Tomatoes and like 85 for Metacritic's.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's like one of the highest shows that they've ever given a high score like that, too.
Dang, dude.
Which really surprises me because I'm like, dude, there's a shit ton of good shows out there. A lot of shows that I thought are better than Squid Game that don't get that good rating. So
That's everybody's opinion too, because like one movie that I love that also was poor reviews was Kung Pao.
yeah, love that movie.
I mean,
it was a poorly made movie, but it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And that movie today would not make it. Like, wouldn't even like be made because of how the
incredibly offensive it is to
Yeah.
like or Chinese culture, or whatever, Japanese
Well,
culture.
he green screened himself inside that old
You had
Japanese
to have
martial arts
been,
movie.
you had to have been a certain age at the time that movie came out.
Yeah.
I think it had to have been like between 11 and 14, 15, whenever that movie came out. And that's like the perfect age to watch that movie and love that movie. If you were younger than that, you were too young to understand what was going on or something like that. If you're older than that, then you just probably thought the movie was dumb. So if you watched that movie within that small time span, then that became a cult classic for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Stealing Harvard. Like, that movie to
Yeah.
me was just so good. But
Oh, yeah.
everyone I talk to about it is like, either they haven't seen it or they just didn't like it that much. And I'm like, how?
Right.
But I think it was just perfect timing for like us at like what age we were in.
It's funny, man.
It's so funny, dude. I need my cheese.
It definitely helps if you have like brothers or something like that growing up that you can just keep constantly throwing quotes back. And me and my like brothers would do that all the time. We would just keep throwing all these different movie quotes back and forth. We would try to throw even like crazy obscure ones at each other, like trying to throw each other off, and we would still get them.
Yeah.
It would be something simple like saying "what," just saying "what" in like a certain way, and we would like, I know exactly what that dude's doing.
Let's also talk about Venom, Let There Be Carnage, just for a second. I just want to spend like just a couple minutes on it, and then we'll go to our last topic and get out of here. So what did you guys think about Venom, Let There Be Carnage?
I would say that I kind of liked it the same as the first Venom. I liked Woody Harrelson's acting in it. I feel like, what's the guy's name that he's playing?
Cletus Cassidy.
Cletus Cassidy, that's it. Yeah, I really liked his character as Cletus Cassidy, but I feel like I didn't get the Carnage that I wanted.
No, there was never a Let There Be Carnage moment. I wanted the body count to be really high.
He literally said, "Let there be carnage."
He did. But he was just fighting Venom, which made no sense at all. But
Yeah, the entire time he just wanted to fight Venom. I thought Carnage would be like just alright, non-stop violence all the time. I'm destroying everything in this building.
well, the movie was rated PG-13. You can only get away with so much.
Was
in
it
PG.
really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Was not rated R. If it would have been rated R, you would have got Let There Be Carnage. There would have been dead bodies everywhere and stuff like that.
You would have got the Carnage that I really wanted. That was the Carnage that I wanted. I feel like I didn't get a just Carnage because I didn't get very much Carnage from Carnage. That's how I felt.
I thought he was brutal as fuck, and I loved it.
No, I'm with you though. I still thought it was awesome. I love the way Carnage looked. I love the way Carnage acted.
Carnage did look sick.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, they really gave him his time. I feel like that movie was about Carnage. That's what I loved about it.
My only critique was that there wasn't more dead bodies.
I mean, there was a lot of dead bodies, but there was just not any point of him showing him killing those people. Because when he walked through the area where he saved his wife or whatever, his girlfriend, they just had those bodies lined that area when he was escaping that prison, freaking killing everything in sight. But you didn't get to see the blood and gore that you would want to see because it is Carnage.
It was a bunch of off-camera kills that you could see the silhouettes of and stuff like that, but you never saw him actually ripping people apart. That's what I wanted. I wanted to see him actually ripping people apart. I wanted like Logan style, where like you saw the blades go
like
just
some
all the way
Deadpool
through the
shit.
chest cavity, stuff like that.
Like the first 4 minutes of that movie, Logan.
Yeah.
5 people dead. Crazy. I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah,
That's all I want to see.
Man. Watching
would've
the
been
claws just go through people's faces and like chests and watching them come out the other side is insane to me, man.
One of my favorite things about that Venom Let There Be Carnage was whenever Venom took control of that little Asian lady.
Oh yeah, dude.
Her eyes turned into Venom's eyes. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so great.
Yeah. Yeah, I was honestly like, I think, yeah, I would probably give it the same score I gave the first one, but only because of Carnage and Woody Harrelson. I think that Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock and Venom just didn't quite do it for me in this movie. Like something about their relationship in this one, I just was like, like there was a whole lot of cheese and not like the good cheese, like the bad cheese. And like
From under.
I don't know, but like that's why I love that they gave Woody Harrelson and Carnage so much screen time in this movie. It was only an hour and a half long. I felt like they really like made this movie about him. But I am disappointed that we didn't get to see Scream.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. How they
Even
just
though,
made
like,
her like a mutant.
I mean, she was in it, But
Yeah. Now, what about that ending? So Venom pretty much takes the Carnage off of him and eats it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not a fan of that.
yeah,
I was hoping that Carnage would not get completely defeated.
me too, dude.
I would have liked to see Carnage live to fight another day.
Yeah, that's
And then Venom eats Cletus Cassidy's head right off his body.
yeah.
I was like, okay.
Fuck that guy!
Okay.
Honestly,
yeah.
fuck that guy.
Oh, that was cool.
Honestly, like I hated that age that we were in for so long, where superheroes killed their villain or their villain guys at the end of the movie, or the villain would just die, and so you're never gonna see that villain again. And I'm like, it's not supposed to be that way though. Like, you still saw Crossbones in not Winter Soldier,
Man,
Civil War, yeah, and like he was a villain that had persisted, and Claw is in like tons of like all the Black Panther stuff and like Avengers.
And now he's dead.
Well, now he's dead, but I mean, they get multiple movies. These
Right,
villains do,
right.
as kind of just like, and I'm like, that's how it always was, dude. Like, yeah,
GSP.
you'd have your
GSP, he's in the Captain America movie, Winter Soldier.
Georgia St. Pierre,
yeah,
UFC fighter.
UFC fighter, yeah. And then he's in the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
Like,
maybe with the whole thing with the like the whole multiverse stuff coming up, maybe there'll be something for another like
And that
the
brings
ones that
us-
was lost, you know.
Yeah, that's what at the end of the movie. Spoilers again, but they win. They go to a desert. They go to like a nice resort island, and then all of a sudden there's like a warping effect, and then you see J. Jonah Jameson on the TV, and he's just like, Parker is, Tom Holland.
he's
or
at it
whatever.
again. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay. Well, I guess they warped into the same universe now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
which is okay.
You think it's the Doctor Strange whenever that happens?
That's what
Yeah.
I think it is too.
I kind of take umbrage with the way this happened, and
Professor Umbridge?
yeah, yes, I will not tell lies. No, like when he was like, the symbiotes have been alive for like 30 billion years across tons of different universes and et cetera, et cetera. And he's like, oh, what are you talking about? And he's like, well, let me show you. I was hoping that maybe you would see like an image in his head of like Eric Foreman Venom, like staring down at like Mary Jane in the web or something at the end of Spider-Man 3, like giving him a glimpse into like a past life or something that he lived, and then pulling him back. So you're like, okay, he wasn't brought into the multiverse, but we know that he's been a part of it before, because I feel like it's beating a dead horse now, or like it's like the same thing every time a new Marvel movie comes out that's from a different owner, like Paramount or Fox or Sony Interactive, whatever. You're like, I bet they're gonna put them in the multiverse in the end of this, and then they get put into the multiverse, and you're like, at this point, it's cool. I'm not gonna say it's not cool, but it's kind of like, standard at this point. But I'm happy about it.
So with that, do you think he will be in the next movie?
Would that be crazy if the next trailer that comes out, at some point in the trailer, there's Venom in it?
My wife and I had a theory that Spider-Man was supposed to come out like last summer, right? They pushed it back because of COVID. Like all these movies were supposed to come out last year or something. I don't remember how the theory went, but it was there. It had something to do with like the release schedules, where this scene right here would have made more sense later or something like that, or earlier than the movie. Like if you, like if Venom came out before the Spider-Man trailers even came out, and you saw the after credits, and you're like, wait, what the hell? And then you see the trailer for No Way Home, and it's Doctor Strange fucking up everything, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
And we were thinking that the COVID schedule that fucked all the movie schedules and release dates and stuff up might have messed with that, and they just said, well, don't worry about it, like it'll make sense anyway to them.
Yeah.
But that would have been like way cooler in my mind if it happened that way.
Yeah.
Anyway, good movie though. If you haven't seen it, go see it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
We spoiled everything.
All right, and the next thing we should talk about here is some video game talk to close it out. So let's start off with Back 4 Blood.
It's fun.
So Back 4 Blood, first off, is a 4-player zombie hunting game. Kind of. I mean, there's a story. There's a zombie survival.
It's like Left 4 Dead.
It's in first person. It's like Left 4 Dead, yeah.
It's by Turtle Rock.
But it's not like Left 4 Dead in the way that, it's like a different movie every level or two, you know.
I want to play more of it. I gotta get farther into the campaign because I'm still trying to figure out what the whole card system is all about. Some of it I understand, some of it I don't. And yeah, I just need to play more of the game to kind of figure out like what is it that I need to be getting, because as of right now I'm just picking random cards to see what's good and what's not.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's pretty much what it is like you're gonna pick what's good and you're not gonna pick the other ones.
Yeah, I played like an hour of it, 2 hours of it, something like that today. Nice. It's all there. I mean, you're picking up like the loot that you find. You're using copper to buy better stuff each level. You can find attachments for different weapons. You can get equipment, bandages, grenades, barbed wire, all that stuff. But yeah, the card system is, I'm not really understanding where that's going yet. I understand that you're supposed to like shoot for building decks, but I heard there's an issue with the multiplayer where like if a bunch of you are playing, whoever's hosting will keep their deck when you're done, and whoever's not will lose their decks or something.
Oh, that's a cool feature.
Yeah, I haven't had anything happen to me like that. I've been playing.
Yeah, well, they said that like it happens intermittently or something. I don't know, dude. Like, or there maybe it was the single player, but this was like right after it came out, so it might have been patched already.
Yeah. The only reason I think they do the deck thing is because it's more of like a roguelite. So you go through and you have a different run every time. You're not going to get the same cards every time, like right off the bat, because it gives you only a select like 5 cards, and you select from those like or 3 cards, and you select 1 card per run, and you might not get all the cards that are in your deck playing through your run.
Yeah, I like the card system. I don't know, man. Something about it just doesn't like make me want to come back to it. Unless I think it would be really good to play with a team of 4.
It was fun with me, Connor, and Jackson playing. Having that one person extra, it was a bot, but it was still fun.
Yeah. Shout out to Bot Walker, wherever you're at, man.
Yeah, Bot Walker.
Who's your guys' favorite character that you have unlocked so far?
So far, I've just played with that mom chick,
Yeah, I've been using
the saw off.
Yeah, I felt strong playing with the mom.
I think Molly or Holly or whatever her name
With
is.
the bat?
Yeah.
That's who I picked, yeah. That bat is killer, man.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
Crap.
I do want to see the other characters because they all have their own special ability. Because I think the mom gets like an extra life and can revive faster. The Holly gets 10% like damage reduction.
Yeah. You can feel it too.
Is it Walker? Yeah, he has a fro, or is that the other dude?
Yeah.
He has like 10% more damage, and then I don't know what the other guy does.
Jackson, what's your guy do?
I can't remember like what his like ability is. I just know he starts out with machete.
Nice.
I call him Machete.
Yeah, I think it's probably best with friends for sure.
Yeah.
And when we were playing, we noticed that as soon as we got an ACOG 2X and the muzzle upgrade to where it gave you like more damage range, like that's when it started turning into like a fun game.
Yeah, see, all I had was like I used the Vector with an extended mag. That's like as far as I got. It was like
I was just using like an M4.
Yeah.
It seemed pretty good. And then I got an AK at one point, and that was pretty meaty. I like that.
Yeah, that shit hits, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to play together soon.
Yeah. Hey, this is Kyle in the future editing the podcast. Me, Connor, Jackson, and David played more of Back 4 Blood over the weekend together, and it was a blast. There was a part in a bar that was intense and had some crazy music playing, and we all were hyping it pretty hard. But we'll talk about that more next week. Future Kyle, out. All right. So that was Back 4 Blood. And now let's talk a little bit about Metroid Dread. I think Connor and... I think just Connor's been playing it, right?
Mm-hmm. So far.
I'm picking it up tomorrow.
Picking it up tomorrow.
Mm.
Let's first talk about Samus Returns.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I picked that up because I wanted to play it before Dread, and I put probably 5 to 8 hours into it. I'm a little over halfway through, but I wanted to talk about comparisons and stuff because like the first game, all the other games are like, okay, go through these regions. They usually lay it out for you, like the Super Metroids, beat 4 bosses and get to the Mother Brain. Fusion was like go through all these different sectors and whatever. But this one is a little more vague on what you're supposed to do. I figured it out eventually, but the main pull on this game is the counter or whatever, the parry. But it's like every enemy does it to you. Every enemy in the game has that parry mechanic. And so, I mean, it's fine.
And when you defeat them, do you get like more
Yeah,
like health and rockets and all that.
Yeah, there's an incentive to do it because you get more stuff. And like
That's
if you parry and shoot immediately, it'll one-shot them.
It'll like lock onto them too if they're up above you and stuff.
It doesn't lock on, but if you aim right, it'll one-shot them.
On Dread, if you get your parry off and immediately just shoot, she'll just look at wherever she parried and then just like blast that dude.
Oh, so that makes it much better.
Yeah, you never have to aim it, so it's pretty cool.
So,
aren't you like hunting Metroids in that game?
Yeah, the idea is that she in Metroid, I don't remember the story from the first Metroid, but in the second one they're like the first one you got to kill Mother Brain, and then you find out that the space pirates were going to use Metroids as like a biological weapon. So they're like, well, the Metroids are obviously too dangerous. We need to send Samus in there to kill all of them and just eradicate the entire Metroid species. Mm-hmm. So that's what you're doing, is just killing tons and tons of Metroids, and they're all like little mini bosses. It's kind of boring, honestly, but in Super Metroid, that's technically the third one. One is left alive, and that's the one that comes and saves you at the end of Super Metroid. So, and then Fusion is 4 in that series, and Dread is supposed to be the 5th one and the final one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Metroid Dread, it starts out and it recaps all the like major things, like what's a Metroid, what's an X-Parasite. Mm-hmm. It talks about kind of like the past, about what happened, and then what happened to Samus, how she gets infected with all that kind of X-Parasite stuff. And it kind of explains like why her suit looks a lot different, because it's all like white and blue with like a little bit of orange and stuff. So like you get some context there. But then like when it actually puts you in the game, like you're getting talked to by this like AI called Adam, and he's like explaining everything to you, and it's actually kind of nice. Like right from the get-go, you can tell it's like a much like darker theme than like a lot of other games, that Nintendo puts out anyway. And
good, dude.
Yeah, you get the vibe, and then right when you start playing, you can notice how fast it is. Good. And something that they do is you don't get the morph ball for like a long time. Like you have to beat, I think, 3 Emmys to get the morph ball, and in the meantime, you have to like slide, which sounds kind of weird, but it's actually kind of nice, because like it'll gate you into certain areas to where you can't go to like a random place. You have to kind of stay on the path, the golden path. And
Samus couldn't slide until she had 15 years of bounty hunting experience.
Yep. But it's cool though, because like you have to use it in boss fights and stuff. Certain enemies you can stun. The Emmy, like the different Emmy robots, when they like capture you, there's like a brief, like it's like a 1/10 of a second period where if you can hit the counter button when it flashes its eye, you can actually counter that thing and slide right under it.
Oh,
which
sweet.
It looks cool, anytime you do it. But yeah, there's also a boss fight where you got to use it. But overall, man, everything's really cool. Like the graphics are cool, the environments are cool. The kind of weird thing is you got to defeat these like mini bosses that are like these like spheres with an eyeball, and then you defeat the sphere, and then it like breaks its shell off, and it's like a brain with an eyeball. And then you defeat that, and then like you absorb its energy, and it like transforms your regular arm cannon into like a omega cannon. And all that means is that you get an extra ability where you hold down like, I think it's left bumper, and normally when you do that, it allows you to like aim up and down on either side, But with the omega cannon, it switches the perspective behind her to where it's like you're looking down a hallway of whatever environment. Whoa. And when you're doing that, you either got your regular shooting button, which is like a Gatling gun. It's just like a crazy Gatling gun, and that's what you use to blow the enemies' faces off. like they've got like a face shield or whatever.
Oh, dude.
So you've got to like, you can see the face like heating up red, and then it'll just explode, and then their face is exposed. And then you got to like run away because they're too close to you at that point. And then you get down another tunnel, and then like you start charging up a big like blast that takes like 5 seconds to charge. But then you're just like sitting there waiting to blow its head off. And then after you do that, your enemy zone is like clear, you know?
That sounds crazy. It sounds a lot more like cinematic than the other Metroid. Like this one is too, like if you parry a boss, it will like go over her shoulder and you're like shooting missiles at its underbelly or something.
Right.
But it's obviously the graphics aren't as good. But I am going to miss the 3D. The 3D in Samus Returns is insane, dude.
Yeah.
Like it like opens up the entire cave behind her. Like it's awesome. But yeah,
Talking about boss battles, that I fought this like the boss where you get the invisibility power. It's really cool because like you got a few different mechanics that you got to figure out, and then once you get through like the first like 2 stages of the fight, or maybe all the way, it cuts to a cinematic, and she's like fighting against this like reptilian style boss, and you can actually shoot the gun. And when I noticed that I could shoot the gun and hit it, like I started charging a blast, got a full charge, and then like right as she's like putting it in its mouth or whatever, got the charge blast off. It just felt so good, It's just like they really nailed all the cinematic points.
Dude, I'm excited for it, man. Sounds really good.
And like the first hour, you'll just be like running around, slide into a zone, and then boom, cinematic. It just keeps happening.
Sweet.
So it's like, and they're not super long, but they've got good story, Like they're teaching you how to play the game while also kind of like revealing more of this different planet, that you haven't been on. It's really cool.
That's awesome.
And it's only $50. I thought it was gonna be like 60.
Yeah.
Is that for the hard copy of it or the actual digital download?
A hard copy.
Cool.
Sweet.
Check it out.
Well, hope you guys enjoyed that Metroid Dread discussion.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's going to be the end of it, guys. I want to thank you guys for crashing with friends. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and we'll see y'all next week.
Peace out.
Bye.
Later.
Crashing with Friends.
Podcast.